Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Virgo collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here, my guides, and talk to me about Virgo. We just moved out of Virgo season. I hope you all had a beautiful birthday. Yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo in early October, please, my guides. What's going on? Get this card nice and quick. Ask and ye shall receive, and we have the Little Mermaid here. Beautiful. Huge future focus here, or this could be a lot of stuff going on in the mind space or in the thought realm. I do love the beauty of this card. I love the aesthetics of this card, but there is some underlying symbolism that we need to really have a look at. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about the Little Mermaid, Ariel, chilling right here, showing up front and center in your reading. Now, to me, you see the symbolism here. Beautiful seascape. The mermaid has like its body out of the water, head in the clouds. So a couple of things I already mentioned. Yes, this could be someone who's thinking towards the future, not where they currently are, but where they want to be. Sort of like end goal type of thinking, similar to the star, where it's like your head isn't just what's currently happening, but long-term implications could really be important for one reason or another. Maybe there's certain situations you're going through that have long-term implications when this card shows up. But yeah, there's so much headspace energy happening here, like daydreaming, thinking. So you might need to find some sort of release for that, okay? Something to do with all that thought energy, because if it builds up, eventually it could become stress and anxiety. But to me, this is good. Like, it's always good to really look down the pipeline, see what's coming in the future, plan accordingly, right? I know Virgos are very good planners, but we're just going to place that right there. You know, this person isn't in a bad place, technically. There's a lot of beauty around them, but it's good to always strive for improvement. But let's just put the Little Mermaid down right there. As I always say, that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. So yeah, let's get your 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up here one time for the Virgos. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading, because it was quite interesting indeed. It was titled Karma Gets Served. Now, on the back end of the reading, like, the karmic energy really turned up strong towards the end of the reading. It was like one of the last things I felt, last things I saw. So whether it was you witnessing someone catch a dose of karma, or the karmic wheels turning in for one reason or another, whether endings or beginnings, these are all things that could happen when karmic energies are at play. And those energies could last for quite a while. So a lot of change. So let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energies are very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we might be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get it going here. Let's see what we got for Virgo, please. Guides and spirit team, thank you. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords starting us off. I always like when we start with an ace. This could be about communication, but once again, we have another card of the mind. Okay, this is a very sharp, analytical mind when we see the Ace of Swords. Let's get 2 more. I always think starting with aces are good. Okay, we have a card that could represent you here with the King of Pentacles, a nice card of stability. So far, so good. I'm liking the energy thus far. Let's get you 1 more. Thank you. Okay, you're going to have a bonus. Okay, your 3rd card is the 4 of Pentacles that we will need to take a look at further, because I see that as a neutral card, but there can be some challenges with that. And your bonus is the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. All right, so that is another nice little footnote that we got going on here for you, Virgo. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here. Obviously, I notice we have a whole plethora of pentacles. We have a lot of earthy energy. So it could be a focus on work. It could be a focus on financial things. Earth energy is very detailed, slow moving, usually represents the material, but obviously it doesn't have to. This is an energy as a Virgo that you are very comfortable with. Whether it's moving slow, whether it's moving fast, it doesn't matter. Let's go through each card one by one though, because starting here, I find an intrigue. Hopefully you're not getting delays on the back end here, but position number one, the Ace of Swords. I always say with every single ace, all of them are opportunities, okay? The Ace of Swords is included in that, but this is a bit of a harsher energy than the other swords. I like to call this the Sword of Truth. So sometimes it could represent trimming certain things out of your life. The Ace of Swords is a card of a sharp analytical mind. So there might be a situation, a problem, an issue that you could be really analyzing or trying to look at logically when this card shows up. But it could also be communication. This could be talking, speaking honestly, speaking truthfully. So we have a lot of the mental, we have a lot of the communication and talking that we'll really want to clarify this when it pops up. Now moving to the center, and we'll get more detail with this. I always say with opportunities, as with all aces do, they can shrivel up. Like if you don't pounce on an opportunity, it's not going to be there forever. But moving to the center, we have the King of Pentacles right here. Now, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between. This energy doesn't have any sort of gender. Now, kings in tarot represent control of their respective suit. In my simplistic style, you could be linked to another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. If not, this card could just represent your feelings of self, things that could be coming towards you, a way you might be feeling when we clarify it. But some of the things I like to think of with this King of Pentacles is someone taking control of their finances or their financial destiny or setting things into motion. And we kind of saw it with the Little Mermaid in the beginning, someone who's like setting plans out, dotting I's, crossing T's, very detail oriented. But this is generally a card of abundance. I will tell you there's a little bit of a concern. I'm giving a little eyebrow lift because we have the Four of Pentacles right next to it. And this can, in its reverse, represent a stubborn individual or a stubborn situation, especially next to a card like this. So the energy, I'm feeling like a little blockage, like there's a little pent up type of energy as well. I don't feel like it's treacherous or anything, but we'll need to keep an eye out for that because there's a little bit of stubbornness, but there's also energy that could be a little blocked up that we'll want to take a look at. Now, moving to the back end, we have the Four of Pentacles. This card gets a bit of a bad reputation. You see that individual there, they're holding tight onto that pentacle. So for a lot of you, this could be a big focus around either trying to keep money or keep your finances or keep your work situation, not letting go of something. This doesn't have to be bad. This could be someone that is very prudent. This could represent somebody that's taking their time, that's not acting spontaneous, willy-nilly, anything like that. But there are some rough connotations with this card as well. It could be someone who's not letting something go. In its roughest sense, this could represent someone that's jealous. This could represent someone that's holding a grudge of some kind as well. When we have this Four of Pentacles, it's not moving, right? There's no action with this card. So the clarifier is going to be super important, specifically with all the earth that we have going on here. Now, as your bonus, we have one of the most beautiful cards in the whole entire deck as we get this Four of Pentacles back in its spot. The Ten of Pentacles. As with all bonuses, this is just another footnote, but this is like a level up type of energy. This is a happy ending. This represents the home and family. This is like wish come true, dream come true type of energy. But I generally see this as an increase or a level up of some kind. So this could be very good. Okay, like it could be giving us another little hint or detail as to where this situation might lead. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Virgo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right. Let's get a good shuffle here for my friends, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ace of Swords, this possible mental state or communication. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ace of Swords time. Why is that Ace of Swords in the mix? Okay, thank you. Should I, shouldn't I type of energy. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, more earth sign energy. Watch out for miscommunications. Like this is somebody that really wants to get something off their chest. So this could represent, oh, I'm getting a lot of different things here, Virgo. When the page, let's go step by step here, because I'm starting to get overwhelmed with this energy, because there is somebody that wants to speak their piece. There's somebody that wants to say something or get it off their chest. Like, there's no doubt about that. That's what I'm feeling here, whether you or somebody else. There is a blockage showing up. Now, this page in reverse, it could represent either ignoring something, ignoring someone, or purposely not speaking to them. But the intuitive message I'm getting here is like, eventually this talk is going to be had. And I feel like it's an emotional eruption or an emotional explosion, like where it builds up, builds up. I'm thinking it, I'm feeling it, I'm thinking it, I'm feeling it. And then eventually when they finally get that time to verbalize it or speak it, it like just comes like spilling out. So I'm getting that emotional eruption or explosion here. So I would say it's good not to suppress things in this time. If there's something you want to get off your chest or out of your mind, or a talk that you want to have, you should have it. You should not suppress it in this time, because it might get sloppier the longer you hold it in, all right? Or it might complicate things the more you hold it in. That's just the vibe I'm picking up here intuitively. If not you, like I said, it's somebody else where they really, like, eventually it's going to come bubbling out one way or another. So we're just going to put this down. I'm not going to feed too many more messages into it. It is what it is. Okay. For another small portion of you, there could be someone that's a little upset with you, right? Like, because this is a card that could represent you as well with the Ace of Swords. There could be somebody that they're feeling some type of way, right? They're looking at it harshly or looking at you harshly. So watch out for that. Let's keep moving over. I mean, that's their business, right? If someone's mad at you, what are you going to do about it? So let's see what's going on with that King of Pentacles. And keep this reading moving along, my friends. Where's that King there? So much earthy energy as well. Yeah, watch out for the material, earthly things in this time. Could be big. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you might be feeling like you're in hermit mode. This is your power card, okay? Especially with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. I feel somebody really identifying the problem, okay? And for a lot of you, this could really be financial here, like with the Five of Pentacles and the upright, like solving, I'm getting like an audit, or like going over the books, going over the details, like, all right, something's not balancing here, something's off here. So if you're having issues in that realm, usually Virgos are very on top of the finances. Spirit might be asking you to really double check things like that. This could represent financial issues, but I feel a lot of you really taking control of that. Now, if we're not talking finances, if we're talking the realm of emotional here, a lot of you could be retreating or pulling back or withdrawing from something in this time. The Five of Pentacles, sometimes it could feel abandoned, sometimes it could feel lonely or out in the cold. I get more of the hermit energy here in the center, and since that is your power card, I don't feel like this is a bad alignment. Now, if you're a cross watcher, these are big feelings of solitude here that you might want to watch out for in this time. Don't let anything turn into a grudge, because I'm kind of picking that up already, like with what I was picking up here. Now the withdrawing energy here and the Four of Pentacles on the back end. Just try not to let your energy build up to the point where it becomes a grudge, where you're like, all right, I will never forgive the Virgo. Let's just keep moving. We're going to keep moving over. But for a lot of you, there could be big opportunities in this time to balance out the finances. You see, I'm getting such a polarizing energy here, Virgo. For a lot of you, this could be all emotional. Or for some of you, like, you might be fine emotionally, but you check the finances. Check and double check and triple check. Okay, make sure things are right. Like, it could even be things as minor as somebody like charging you for a service you don't even use anymore. Like, oh, I thought I canceled that a long time ago. Let's go over to that Four of Pentacles. I keep getting sidetracked here. So let's see what's up with that. Then we'll go through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is that Four of Pentacles in the mix? Thank you. Eight of Swords. Okay. Makes sense. I've been seeing this energy with a lot of earth signs this week in particular. This is a common energy I'm seeing through a lot of the zodiac. And this is somebody, watch out for invasive thoughts in this time. Like a thought you can't shake, or a topic or something or someone that you just can't get out of your mind. You can't stop thinking about it for whatever reason. That's the big vibe here, because to me, this is a card of like being a prisoner of one's own mind. Okay, so yes, this could easily back here be someone who is like really, really stressed out, really, really nervous for one reason or another, whether it's financial or emotionally. Like it's really heightened, especially in the mind realm. And we've been picking up the mental energy since the very beginning. So if you're under a lot of stress, like I would say practice like some self-love, self-care, meditation, really ground yourself down if possible. But yeah, this back end here, it's someone really going through one, and we're kind of picking that up for sure. Okay, like it's really stressful, it's really nervous, and watch out for the invasive thoughts. Like sometimes like trying not to think about something will trigger you to think about it even more. But this feels different. Like even if you're not thinking, like it's something that just pops in. So let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Virgo. Once again, I don't feel like this is super treacherous or anything like that, but there's some little speed bumps that we might want to take a look at. Position number 1 here, before we get into the shadow card, we have the Ace of Swords with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I'm getting some like mishaps, miscommunications possibly here. Somebody really wants to say something, get it off their chest, and it's like suppressing, but eventually will come bubbling out. There's like that emotional eruption or emotional explosion here on the front end. Even though we don't have any fire, that intuitively I'm feeling that. There could also be someone that is looking at you or towards you in a harsh manner, like they're mad at you or upset for one reason or another, and that's their business, right? But moving to the center, we have the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles in the upright. I feel like this was a little bit of a warning about finances. Make sure you're taking control of it and checking it, double checking it. But for some of you, this is that Virgo Hermit power card that you could be like withdrawing into Hermit mode for whatever reason, taking your energy and pulling back in one form or another. That's just what I'm picking up here. And there is a little bit of solitude and loneliness. It's all good though. Moving to the back end, we have the Four of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords. Watch out for the invasive thoughts in this time, or just certain things you just can't get off your mind, This could be big stress, whether it's stress or anxiety or nerves, like it's just showing up. So if you are experiencing those or that does pop up, please make sure you're, meditating or doing some self-love, self-care to really ground that down or express that energy in one form or another. So please take a screenshot of that. We're going to get you a shadow card. Interesting spread. It's, like I said, very polarizing this week because we have so much earth, but we also have air. So it's like only 2 elements popping in here. But yeah, let's see what's in the shadows for you. And I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's within you, whether it's something you don't quite see. What do we got for Virgo? Doesn't have to be a bad thing in the shadows. Oh yes, and if you've made it this far in the video, hey, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it down in the comments. This first month, I'll be doing a personal spread for all the members. There's only a couple weeks to get in for that. Okay, so no pressure, obviously. But let's get a card out here. Yeah, I'll be putting that video out for the members in a week or 2. Thank you. Okay. Even more Pentacles. Surprise, surprise. Am I right? So we've had it all throughout the reading. Now we have it here as well. The Six of Pentacles is a very giving type of energy. It can represent gift giving. It's very charitable. It's equal. So when I see it in the shadows, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I feel like for a lot of you, you know the things you need to deal with. Like, I don't feel like you need to do a whole ton of soul searching or shadow work in this time because you kind of already know the things that need to be worked on, things that need attention. That's just this is making me feel right here. Now, yes, this could be a want for equality of some kind, but this is more about what energy you're putting forth and where you're putting it. So if Spirit is giving you advice here, it's like, okay, really analyze what you're using your energy on. Are you using it properly or are you squandering it? So yeah, Virgo, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the September subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's Fire and Air readings. But for October, I'll be going back to one of the classics. I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of the most beautiful decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments if there's a zodiac sign that you clash with. If so, which signs do you kind of bump heads with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of October, your name will be announced in the community tab, my friends. As always, much love, and I'll see you next time.